Only the penitent man shall pass. Well, hello there, gentlemen, and welcome to Gentleman's Caddy. My friends call me Junior. Now, before we get started, be sure to subscribe as it helps the channel grow. And from what I understand, it's absolutely free, so I'm not sure why you haven't done so yet. And be sure to smash that there like button. Smash it nice and hard as it tells YouTube you like this here gentleman's work. Now what we have here is the Spyderco Smock. Now this Spyderco Smock looks slightly different than, say, your stock smock. That's because I went ahead and modded this here fella. I upgraded the scowls here to green micarta, as you can see here on both sides. Now that cost $60. While I was at it, I said, oh, why not change out the fasteners here? So I changed them out to bronze titanium here. That cost $24. I figured, oh, well, I got to change out the button then. So I changed that out to a bronze titanium. That cost $20. I said, well, let's keep going here. So I found this here lynch clip here in the bronze titanium, deep carry style. Well, that cost me $28. Well, now if you're doing the math there, all those upgrades total $132. Now that's $132 on top of the original $199.99 there for the knife itself here. Now that totals $332, rounding up there for what you see before you. Now, was it worth it, you ask? Well, some of these here modifications are functional and some are more aesthetic. Unfortunately, I believe two of those upgrades I made should have been present on the original stock version. That being a better scale material and design, this here is a very thin profile knife to begin with, and the skeletonization on the original stock version didn't make sense to me, and a better gripping material such as micarta would have better suited this here knife, considering the very thin profile for better grip there. Now the pocket clip is always a point of contention here with me. These here are the stock clips from Spyderco, just seem to be slapped onto almost every knife that they have there, with very little consideration for the knife itself it's going on. So not much tailoring it to the knife itself. So I also prefer a deep carry clip on most of my knives these days as well. Now, if you're not too careful there, some of these here modifications can get ahead of you significantly there. And that's not just true there with knives here. That's all tools and toys there. You can end up spending more than you really want. Maybe you should have just saved for a bigger and better purchase there. But that's really the thing though. You may never know until you get the product there in hand and how you're going to enjoy it and how and what modifications can really work best for you. One of the things I really enjoy about folding knives in particular here is the modularity of the designs. They're essentially a kit of parts, if you will, there. They can be disassembled, maintained, upgraded, parts swapped out, modified to whatever liking you prefer there. It really comes down to choice and favorability, which is highly subjective and very personal to the user. Some may say, well, $332, that's bordering on the cost of a purchase of a firearm. That's just silly to spend on a knife, Junior. And then some may say $332, that's pocket change. Everyone has their 2 cents, which can certainly add up to more than 2 cents. Now, because of these here modifications have become much more popular over the years, with small and independent fabricators creating everything from pocket clips here to anodized hardware, we may very well see a change in somehow these manufacturers in their approach to selling their knives. Perhaps offering a base level version with cheaper interchangeable parts up front that can be interchanged there. So it gets your initial purchase price lower there. That would be an interesting offering. I now have no use for the carbon fiber scowls, the original clip there, the fasteners, and the button here for this here knife. So they're all going to go back in their little box there, as if it were a little coffin, and just sit there, and perhaps maybe until I sell the knife. Now that gets into another point, and that's considering when you consider modifications there when reselling. Now, I bought and sold and traded my fair share of knives over the years, and I'm sure you have as well. And this here Spyderco Smock may soon be traded or sold one day. And in the back of my head, I'm always thinking maybe about resale and how I can sell this here knife. Perhaps can I break even, or when I go to sell this here, can I perhaps make a gain? Usually with upgrades, when not just discussing knives, but other things such as vehicles or motorcycles and the like, modifications can be an absolute money pit there. And you never get your money back when reselling there. However, I think knives, though, if you find the right buyer, at least in my experience, have been better in that arena, as I've made profit when selling upgraded knives here. I think what may make resale or modified or upgraded knives better there is the modularity of the design. It can be easily changed back to the user's preference. So, plus I always keep the original stock clip, the screws, the slabs, any parts back there in the box there when it's time to go to the new owner, who would then have the ability to make their own custom choice there. Now, for this particular gentleman, I think these here upgrades were worth it on this here particular knife, as I believe it's what it should have been out of the box there. Now, this here is, now part of my small rotation of EDC folding knives I carry. Now it's your turn, though. I want to know, have you made modifications to your folding knives and what your experience has been there? In the fields of architecture, engineering, design, and construction, precision is paramount. Professionals often find themselves in situations where having the right tools at their disposal can significantly impact their work efficiency and accuracy. Arc carry and civil carry were conceived from the recognition of a common challenge faced by architects, engineers, builders, drafters, fabricators, and suppliers: the need for a portable and accessible scow. Now consider the scenario of ascending to the roof of a building with the roof plan in hand, only to realize that you left your scow in the car. Well, that's been me countless times. Such moments can lead to unnecessary delays and inaccuracies in measurements. This highlights the importance of having a reliable and easily transportable measuring device. Now, Arc Carry is designed as the only 3-inch everyday carry wallet-sized scow on the market. This innovative design ensures that professionals are never caught without a scow. And for everyone else, well, the Ozark line has a variety of rulers to stay accurate on the go. Head on over to Ozark Line, an exclusive partner with Etsy, at etsy.com/shop/Ozark Line, where you'll find a wide array of unique tools and gifts for design professionals on the go you won't find anywhere else.